Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel with some more Arsenal transfer news, updates, opinions, discussions, and all that good stuff. And today, compared to other days in a way, it's all kicking off in every way, shape, or form you can possibly imagine, to be honest. Players being linked everywhere, players being moved everywhere, and it's all over the place. But of course, you cannot have a transfer window without Arsenal again being linked with pretty much every single damn player in the world, and actually some players potentially leaving. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and let's do this. And we're kicking things off with news about Douglas Luiz, which we have talked about on occasion in this summer window already, and the latest reports were, according to Fabrizio Romano, that Douglas Luiz has been appreciated by Arsenal and was close joining them 2 years ago. So let's see if this decided left side or not, though at the moment they are not actively working on this one. Still, Luiz looks like one of the watch for Juve and Arsenal and maybe other clubs too, because for Villa the Brazilian midfielder could be one to watch in terms of possibly outgoings to stay in line with financial fair play. Obviously they need to sell before they can do anything else to balance the books, but this was the latest reports. But just about an hour before I started recording basically this video at the moment, these news came out. Arsenal are looking to sign Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz this summer and have been told they must pay £50 million if they want the Brazilian, and that is according to Mirror. Obviously they paid pretty much nothing. They got him for pennies in a way from Manchester City, so the margin would be pretty much enough to kind of balance their FFP. That would be the big one. And personally, Douglas Luiz at Arsenal, I would love to see that. Already 2 years ago when we were linked with him, I was so excited because I genuinely believe he would be a one that could link our midfield together and link our defense to our attack. He has definitely everything that Arsenal need, and in terms of ball progression and getting defensive as well. So this will be very interesting to see whether it's gonna happen or not, but these rumors are still persistent. Obviously it's just rumors, so we are talking about it, but for now more and more sources are coming out with it, so it will be very interesting to see where this all ends up, because obviously some days ago we heard that it might be that he's moving to Juventus, that Juventus are offering 30 million plus Weston McKennie. Obviously that kind of has stopped, and now Arsenal are linked more with him than Juventus are, so whether it's gonna happen or not, who knows? But let me know down in comments below, would you take him at Arsenal? Because for me personally, it's a no, it's basically no questions asked. We need him. It's not in a sense that he definitely would be perfect for Arsenal in my opinion. Moving on to not so good news, because as we all know, Obi-Martin, the Danish young striker, kind of set the world on fire in the second part of the season, scoring about 30 goals in 2 games. It felt like legitimately. He scored 6, he scored 7 in a game, 9, and he was all over the place scoring goals left, right, and center. But the thing is, he already turned down Arsenal's offer. The Danish talent rejected Arsenal's most recent scholarship offer this week and looks like set to talk out to the clubs this summer. And exclusive in this regard is that Bayern Munich are up allegedly in advanced talks to sign Obi-Martin, hoping to beat rivals Borussia Dortmund to the striker's signature. Now, I don't want to see this happening. Obviously, it's been also reported that Arsenal will continue negotiations to keep young Chido, but are unlikely to be willing to match Bayern's financial offerings, which kind of makes sense. But overall, this will be another Omari Hutchinson type of situation. More worse, I can see this being another similar situation, just on a larger scale than it was with Serge Gnabry, because he never got a proper chance at Arsenal. He got loaned out multiple times, and he got sold to Werder Bremen, and then he went to Bayern Munich, and we all know where he is at the moment and how he looks. And this guy, by the looks of things, is very talented. That's why it has raised so many eyebrows and so many big clubs are after him. And personally, I don't want to lose him. I hope Arsenal do a proper offer and he actually stays. However, if there is a world where this happens and Arsenal lose this youngster, only team I would like to see him go to is Borussia Dortmund. Mostly because Borussia Dortmund know how to develop these players. Bayern Munich don't, because they have big players and they just loan these out. Generally left, right, and center. Because if you recall, we're going to talk about him in a second, but Zirkzee, right? went to Bologna and everything and stuff like that. Now he has been linked to move to different clubs, but he was supposed to be the successor for Lewandowski, and we all see how this has turned out so far. Now they signed Harry Kane. They have Mathys Tel, who actually is setting the world on fire as well. I actually really like Mathys Tel, so definitely Obi-Martin's definitely, he would benefit from move to Borussia Dortmund. But again, if Arsenal lose this guy for free, mind you, as well, this will be a massive blow to me, because our youth academy is very good, it's just not managed properly, and that's what is bothering me, and that's why it hurts so much, because this will be another player we will lose potentially, that could have actually been a player for our team. Moving on to goalkeeper news, because obviously it came out yesterday that Arsenal want around 40 million plus some add-ons in performance-based scenarios for Aaron Ramsdale. Where it's gonna happen or not remains to be seen, but apparently Justin Bieloff, who we were linked just as the season ended in the first few days, is expected to move to Premier League this summer. Obviously he used to be Netherlands #1, but injuries kind of slowed down the progress. Now he's, I would say, #2. I think I forgot his name. Not Verbruggen, but there is a very young goalkeeper that's in front of him at the moment. And it's been reported, allegedly, according to Telegraph, that Arsenal and Liverpool view the player as an ideal second choice keeper. The thing is, we are losing Ramsdale potentially. Even if we loan him out, we need a replacement, because Kine is not gonna do the trick if we resign him. And obviously it looks like Liverpool potentially might lose Kelleher. So they also need a backup for Alisson. So again, for them that would be a decent situation. So it looks like if Justin Bieloff is about to join Premier League, it looks like Arsenal and Liverpool at the moment are in driving seats, and they will have to battle it out to get a goalkeeper. But let's be real, both teams need a backup goalkeeper in certain situations, scenarios, if they come true. And it might get ugly. I'm not gonna lie, it might get ugly. For me personally, I would definitely take him as a backup for David Raya. Obviously, what will happen remains to be seen. The price, I have actually no idea about the price, because it's speculated about it so much. I have no idea what direction to look at the moment. So we're just going to talk about Bieloff in general, since no prices have been named. But it looks like he actually might be on the move. Guy we mentioned about a few minutes ago, Joshua Zirkzee, who moved to Bologna, had a decent season, and people kind of like him better than Šeško, so it's all about preference. I'm not going to get into that. But apparently, according to rumors, AC Milan and Joshua Zirkzee have reached an agreement on personal terms. 5-year contract, 4 mil per year with bonuses, and soon release clause to be paid to Bologna. Obviously, it's around 50 million. It will be very interesting to see what happens with AC Milan. AC Milan definitely need the strikers, and Giroud is moving to MLS. They're losing a tall, big scoring machine who hit his prime very late, and that was great for Chelsea and great for AC Milan. Not so great for Arsenal, because it was a bit too early. He was a late bloomer, but he won titles, won everything pretty much. So good for him. He's moving to MLS, and I hope he has fun there. But Zirkzee, AC Milan have identified as the perfect replacement, and it looks like it's gonna happen sooner or later. Oh, here we go. This is something you never wanna read. Sky Sports. Arsenal are interested in Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke in the summer window. 65 million for Dominic Solanke. And I have only one question to ask. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Have you hit your head around the bend? Or something like that? Because there is no chance in hell whatsoever I would want this guy at Arsenal. Mostly because, let's be real, he's not good enough. Yes, he's good maybe for Spurs, West Ham, and teams like that, even Aston Villa, if you will. For Arsenal, no. Arsenal are in Champions League. And can you imagine, for example, we are rocking up to Bernabeu. They have Vini, Mbappe, and they have Rodrigo. And our line is being led by Dominic Solanke. Can you imagine that? We will be a laughingstock, because again, we have to go against Pep. He has Haaland. We would have Solanke. 65 million. It's just insane what these teams are demanding. Because for about 35-40 million, okay, cool. I can take that. Especially not maybe as number 1, maybe as a number 2, maybe even as a number 1. Yes, I can take that. I can take it under the chin and see how that goes. But 65 million. That's the same money we paid for Kai Havertz. 65 million for Dominic freaking Solanke. Sounds lanky. Arsenal, who is notoriously known for good, incredible strikers. Ian Wright, Thierry Henry, Nicolas Anelka, kinda Dennis Bergkamp. He wasn't out and out striker, but Dennis Bergkamp, Robin van Persie, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and now we are downgrading to Eddie Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus, and Dominic Solanke. What is happening? We legit are one of the biggest teams in England, one of the biggest teams in the world. We are in Champions League, yet we are acting like a mid-table team. Yes, every single time we are banging on about why Arsenal don't sign the best players from the lower end sides, but this is not the case. We don't want this signing. This is more about the price. For example, if it was 35 million as a backup, nobody is complaining. But 65 million, for that money he has to be a starter and bag 20 plus goals a season. He hasn't proven that he can do it once, pretty much. So it will be a tough order. I don't want to see him at Arsenal whatsoever. Sorry, not sorry. Let me know what you think about Solanke to Arsenal rumors down in comments below. Okay, Fabrizio Romano, here we go. Don't get fooled by the picture. It is Jadon Sancho, and yes, I'm gonna talk about him on Arsenal transfer news. Manchester United believe that there could be more clubs keen on signing Jadon Sancho, and not only Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, Borussia Dortmund cannot sign him properly in a way. K cannot afford his wages and proper price. Options expected to appear from other countries, but United will explore it all before deciding for the best. Sancho remains available for 40 million initial price tag, and this is something I actually would take at Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie, I actually would, because Jadon Sancho isn't a bad player. There's actually a very incredible player in there if you ask me. Due to the fact that at United he wasn't good. Same like Kai Havertz, he wasn't at Chelsea good. Look how he turned up. I'm not saying he was great, he was excellent for Arsenal, but at the end of the day he scored his goals, he got his assists. For 65 million, obviously you would wish more, but at the end of the day he did what he had to do. And I definitely believe Jadon Sancho as a rotational, would he want to be a rotational player? Maybe he would, but a player who can play left wing, right wing, who can play instead of Martinelli, instead backup for Saka, definitely wouldn't be a bad option. 40 million is definitely a solid price tag, but it's nothing to pair. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Arsenal. Let's just say that I wouldn't mind. Is he my number one option? No, he's not. But at this end of the day, if there's an opportunity to sign him and no other options show up, I'm definitely not gonna be disappointed if Jadon Sancho joins. However, there is someone even better. Here we go. Arsenal transfer chief Edu Wise light up as Prem Club reached 30 million agreement. Here we are talking about Pedro Neto from Wolves, a baller player. Yes, he's injury prone. However, he's not going to be a starter, so he doesn't have to play like 40, 45, 50 games a season. He needs to be a backup for Bukayo Saka. He will start his games in cups and everything. Maybe you rest Bukayo Saka before massive matches. Maybe you have 3 games in a week. Let's just say Sunday, Wednesdays, Saturday or Sunday again. And let's just say it's that. Definitely you could put in him at starting role and not lose that much. And this is sparked because Wolves have agreed 5-year deal with Braga Portuguese winger Rodrigo Gomes. And this has now sparked this rumor that Pedro Neto actually could be available. And with this signing, Wolves are kind of preparing for Pedro Neto to leave the club. And obviously Arsenal have been linked with him before. Arsenal transfer links will winger Neto. Let me slow down. Arsenal transfer links with Wolverhampton Wanderers winger Pedro Neto have strengthened a touch more, with Braga Rodrigo Gomes set for 12.7 million move to Molineux. Obviously. And here is that one. Pedro Neto, meanwhile, has been one on Arsenal sporting director Edu Gaspar's radar for some time. And he has, I'm not gonna lie, he's been on Arsenal's fans' radars for a longer time, but hey ho, we finally have gone there in a way. And the news of Wolves bringing in potential replacement for the winger will come as music to his ears. Obviously, it's all speculation. However, despite missing 19 games this season through 2 separate hamstring injuries, which is not great, I'm not gonna lie, the crafty winger bagged 11 assists in 24 games. 11 assists. Proved, yeah, 11 assists. That's actually not that bad at all in 24 games. Yeah, nine assists, 2 goals in Premier League in 20 appearances. Double digits overall as a backup, not bad, more than half a point per game. Overall this season he has 3 goals, 11 assists in 24 games, which comes up a total of 14 in 24, which definitely isn't nothing to sneeze at. Yes, he is injury prone, nobody is denying that, because as you can see he's missed 10, 9, last season he missed 27 with ankle injury, season before that 52 games with knee injury, he missed 1 with muscle. He gets worse and worse now, it feels like. No, but he has gone back up. But the thing is, most of the time when he's playing here, in Wolves specifically, most of the time he is a starting caliber player. He's starting. For Arsenal, he wouldn't be starter, he would be a backup. More often than not, which means he would be more ready, he would have more fitness, it would minimize his chance at injuries quite massively, which wouldn't be bad. Now the price is a bit of a yikes. Yes, it is about 45-50 million. However, again, we just talked about Jadon Sancho. If I had to choose between Pedro Neto or Jadon Sancho, I'm taking Pedro Neto. It's only 5-10 million on top. You can write it off. Straight up, nothing more, nothing less. But if we cannot get Pedro Neto, I wouldn't mind Jadon Sancho. I'm just saying that. If all push comes to shove, basically. But Pedro Neto to Arsenal, 100% wouldn't be against that. And I definitely see a very decent player in there who definitely would elevate Arsenal's bench, production, creativity, and attack in general. Anyhow, those were the transfer rumors from me for you today. My thoughts on them and my opinions. Let me know down in comments below what you think about Douglas Luiz potentially joining. If would you be against that or not? Let me know down in comments below about also Pedro Neto and other players we talked about. And how would you feel if we let Obi-Martin go? If we actually didn't manage to re-sign him and he would go to Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund or wherever he ends. Let me know that down in comments below. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, and see you all tomorrow. Peace.